video, another rant video, ramble. I should probably call them. This video is gonna be nice and chill, man. I just got out of the shower. Arsenal just beat Monaco in the Emirates Cup literally earlier today. Great time. What time is it right now? It's 11:30 at night. It's pretty early. I don't know how I'm recording like this, but anyway, I hope you guys are doing good. For this one, you're just going to be with me. We're just going to be having a conversation. It's like I'm FaceTiming you guys. So hit the like button. Just do me that quick solid. Smash the like button. Get comfortable, of course. And we're just going to talk as mates. Man to man, man to girl. So the first thing that I want to say, just to get this out of the way, right, is, first of all, if anyone has heard UTOPIA, comment down below and tell me if it was trash or if it was good, because I haven't heard UTOPIA yet. This is the 2nd of August, I haven't heard it yet. I plan to listen to it, but I've just been busy, you know what I mean? I've heard what I have heard though, so comment down below, but what I have heard is Post Malone's album. Let me tell you, obviously Post Malone's not paying me for this. That album, let me tell you, if you've heard the first 3 songs, comment down below, and then comment down below your favorite of those 3 songs. Then I'm gonna tell you something. We good? You've commented. Something real. You know, there's certain songs, you hear for the first time, and they literally give you goosebumps. Like you're just in awe. Jordan Peterson used to talk about this, or he talked about it once on a Joe Rogan podcast, and how certain music, certain songs you listen to, the reason you get goosebumps is because you're just in awe. Like the music, because it's so good, it takes on like I don't know how to explain it, I don't know how to articulate it the way he did it perfectly, but it's like, I would describe it as like, let's say you're walking down the street and all of a sudden across the road you saw a lion. Now obviously that's more fear, right? That's not really goosebump and awe, right? You know what, screw it. Anyway, that analogy just went super left, crazy, but yeah, Something Real is literally one of those songs. I only have like a handful. I think I could count how many songs that are like that for me on one hand. But this has the potential to be one of Post Malone's best songs, in my opinion, that he's ever made. I think in time it'll be up there with White Iverson. I think one of the main reasons why Iverson is so popular and is so, it has such notoriety is because, I don't want to say it's a sound we hadn't heard before, but 2016 when that dropped, it opened the world up to a new landscape of music, if that makes sense. It was the first of this whole new sound. And the lyrics, White Iverson, it was a basketball related song, but it sounded so beautiful. Anyway, White Iverson, it could be on par with White Iverson, but White Iverson is one of those songs. Justin Timberlake, Mirrors, to me, is one of those songs. But I think Something Real is added to that list, man. It's crazy. So anyway, if you haven't heard that, after this video, or actually right now, add it to your Spotify playlist and then come back to the video, and then we're gonna continue. You guys know me, innit? If you follow me on IG, you pretty much know that I'm really into physical violence and combat. UFC, boxing, kickboxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, the such, right? Let's talk about, so what the most recent thing that happened. Actually, it was Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, but we'll get into that. Terence Crawford is a fucking monster. I like Terence Crawford. I've always liked Terence Crawford. But Errol Spence Jr., that's my guy, innit? Like I said, Terence Crawford, I like Terence Crawford. I like him as a man, and I like him as a fighter. I think he's an unbelievable fighter. But Errol Spence, that was my guy. So watching that was very, very painful. Comment down below if you watched that. Comment down below how you feel about that fight, because in my opinion, Errol Spence Jr., he had no power, he had no speed, his timing was off. I know that he doesn't want to make excuses. In the post-fight conference and interview, people asking him about the weight and was the weight cut difficult, and he was like, I don't want to make excuses. I respect that, but all I'm saying is he did not look like the Errol Spence of old. I think if we got even 80% of the Errol Spence of old, that would have been a more competitive fight, but probably still would have won, but it would have been a more competitive fight. I remember there was one video that went viral like 6 years ago. Was it 6? Maybe it was less, but I think it was like 6 years ago, of them like having a backstage interaction. One of the funniest interactions, and just so it's just a vibe in it, and you're watching them size each other up and shit, and Errol's like talking crazy and Bud's talking crazy, and it's just a vibe. Watching that the other day, like with hindsight of what happened in the fight, it was crazy. After the fight, Errol Spence immediately updated his Instagram to 28-1, but then he also updated it to 154, which is what, a light middleweight, right? He didn't look the same in it. I don't know if it was the cut, if it was the weight. Floyd said it ringside, like he said it live as the event was going on, and then it clocked in my mind. I started to watch and I was like, bro, like something's been off for the last 3 rounds anyway. Like he got dropped in the second, right, or the first, and it was really bad. Jake Paul is fighting Nate Diaz. Don't care about that. Listen, I've told you guys that I respect Jake Paul, and I do. I like what he's doing. I like that he's taking boxing seriously, and he's actually boxing actual boxers, actual fighters. Maybe they're past their prime, but he's not in his prime. Maybe they're past their prime, but he's not actually an expert, you know what I mean? He could be boxing YouTubers, he could be boxing anyone, but he's deciding to box fighters, right? And for that, I respect him. The Nate Diaz fight, I'm not really interested. I think Jake Paul is going to finish Nate Diaz. It's going to be pretty peak. The one fight that is kind of interesting, though, is KSI versus Tommy Fury. I think that fight, obviously, the only fight people are really waiting for is KSI versus Jake. But I think the Tommy Fury fight is going to tell us a lot about how the Jake Paul KSI fight is going to go. Because from what I remember, Tommy Fury and Jake Paul, the fight wasn't that competitive. It's just the fact that Jake Paul dropped Tommy in the later rounds. The fight wasn't really that competitive though. And Tommy was landing on Paul, and it was just, JJ's last win came with an elbow, even though it really shouldn't have. He should have knocked him out cold. Like, it was clean. It was an easy win. It's just unfortunate that it happened to be an elbow in it. But I'm really excited for them to actually meet. But that makes me excited for Tommy and KSI. Because because KSI looks good. If KSI starches Tommy Fury in inside 4 rounds, I think that adds to the drama, and it makes it just lit. The UFC is getting, it's been spicy for so long. It's so spicy. Robert Whittaker got finished. Oh my god! Inside 2 rounds, to this day I still can't believe it. And now Izzy has the fight, right? The post-fight interview, when Izzy came in, it was really it was really charged, right? But bro, this fight is gonna be really good. Obviously, my man's injured, so he's gonna fight Sean Strickland. But the middleweight division is looking, actually I can't lie, it's looking kind of arse. Unfortunately, it used to be lit, but it's not looking good. Welterweight division is still amazing fighters, but it's kind of dry. Actually, no. Middleweight division, Hamza versus Paulo Costa. That is gonna be. I think Hamza finishes him in 1 round. Honestly, I genuinely believe that Chimaev is one of those fighters. I love Izzy, but I don't want him to fight Hamza because I think he's going to finish him. I genuinely believe Hamza Chimaev has the potential to be, honestly, triple champion, triple C, like the real triple C. Cejudo has the triple, but that's an Olympic gold medal. An Olympic gold medal is very good. Wrestling, absolutely incredible. It's very hard to attain, yes, but it doesn't really count in terms of a championship in the UFC. I genuinely believe Chimaev has the potential to be champion at 170, 85, and 205. And it's scary. The guy is really good. He just hasn't been in those moments often enough. You know, he's fought Kevin Holland. Ugh. The only fight he's ever been in like that was Gilbert Burns, and that was a barn burner. That was really, really good. A lot of people thought Gilbert won. To be honest, I thought Gilbert won, but maybe that was my bias because I was rooting for Gilbert Burns. But anyway, what other divisions? Forget the divisions. Let me talk about... Anyway, Justin Gaethje KO'd the fuck out of Dustin. Oh my god. Beautiful. It was like at 5 a.m. in the morning. I was sitting in this room. I don't think anyone was upstairs, so I was screaming. What a head kick. He set it up the exact same way as Leon Edwards. What I didn't like was during how they were analysing it, they literally showed Kamaru getting knocked out side by side, and I'm just like, a lot, man. Like, why is Kamaru catching this straight? He's literally sitting ringside or cage side, and he's all excited about Justin. He looks up at the big screen, all of a sudden he's seeing a head kick, and he's seeing himself, you know, he's seeing his soul go to heaven. It's not cool. He shouldn't have done that. They showed it once at home, but then they showed it on the big screen. I'm like, if I was Kamaru, I'd be like, damn, why you say fuck me for? Like, why am I catching this straight? But yeah, man, it's crazy. It was really, really, really good. What a card as well. UFC cards have been amazing lately. Jesus, the Alex Volkanovski, Yair Rodriguez card was quality. And then the card that just went, Kevin Holland versus that was an easy fight. What's his name? What's my man's name, bro? Fuck his name. He sucks. I think he retired, right? But it was like a silent retirement. He didn't actually have an interview and drop his glove, but he took his gloves off. I think he retired. He's trash. Oh my god, it's so bad. Michael Kesa. Oh my god, allow it. Kesa, right? Was that a footballer? Michael. If you've been watching this channel long enough, you guys know exactly how I feel about aliens. I remember when I spoke about aliens, there were certain people in the comment section telling me that I was like crazy thinking about aliens. Under oath, as in if you lie right now, you can be convicted for perjury, right? Under oath, a US, what was he? I don't remember, but he was a high level classified kind of guy. Under oath, he admitted that aliens are real. All I'm saying is, yeah, all you people that were commenting crazy about I don't want to say my belief in aliens, but just my comments about aliens and the moon landing and all that, where you guys at now? Under oath, he said that aliens are real. Aliens exist. Bro, aliens obviously exist. If our depictions of the universe are real, and Earth is just some small dot in the grand scheme, in the greater picture of the universe, how can aliens not be real? My only question for my man is, what do you mean aliens are real? Have you talked to an alien? Have you come in contact with an alien? Did you give the alien a handshake? Did you look at its big eyes and say, wow, this is an alien? What do you mean aliens exist? To be specific, are you talking about extraterrestrial beings, or are you just talking about aliens on Earth? There's already theories about lizard people. Listen, I'm not saying that I believe in those theories. I'm just saying that those theories are out there, right? Is he talking about that? Or is he talking about E.T., real life aliens? People have been saying that aliens built the pyramids. I'm not trying to say nothing. Listen, I'm not even going to give my opinion in this video, right? I'm just saying, yeah. Under oath, aliens exist. I find that fascinating and scary at the same time. I watched a Joe Rogan podcast the other day and I can't remember who it was with, god damn it. But in the podcast, the guy was basically talking about how if aliens did exist and they have the technology and they're actually able to travel from light years away, great distances to Earth, yeah, why would they look at humans and be like, wow, they're interesting, let me go chat to them? Because humans, our technology, our tech is nowhere near their level. We're just not on their level. There's nothing interesting about humans and all these things, and I get it. I really get it. But it's weird though, because, for example, elephants, right? And I know this is probably a bad example because elephants are not as high tech as aliens, but elephants find humans cute. So I'm saying that maybe what if it's not like a, oh my god, these people are so amazing, we need to go say wagwan, but it's like a, wow, these people are so primitive, these people are so, bro, whatever it is, that we need to go say wagwan, we need to go see, we go see what's up. In our exploration of the universe, we have all this tech. In our exploration of the universe, we're not just trying to see the most amazing things, we're literally trying to see everything. So of course, like if they saw humans, they could come in contact with us, of course. Why not? In fact, spoiler, I've come in contact with at least 2 aliens in my life. No joke. Fam, that Dave and Central C song is wavy. You know, so I'm from London, I live in the UK. Anyone watching from America, I don't know how big Central C is over there, let me know in the comments, right? But Central C is massive right now. Like, the other day he broke the all-time streaming record for a UK song. It used to be a song called Barking by a guy called Rams, and now it's Doja by Central C. We can get into Central C talk, but I just wanted to say, like, bro, Central C is doing all of this without a label. Yes, recently he signed to a label. Even the deal he signed, it's in his favor, not the label's favor, which is normally how it is. Most of these rappers and artists, they sign deals in the label's favor. Central C didn't need the label, so when he got the label, he signed a deal in his favor. Genius. But anyway, in my opinion, I think that eventually Sprinter by Dave and Central C will take over that #1 rank, because that song is, I think it's on like 160, 190 streams already, and I think that song's gonna take over. Crazy song, the bars that they were spitting on that song. And Dave, if you're from America, you never heard of Dave before, listen to Dave. Yes, I know, I understand fully that this is a bit late, but I've been meaning to drop a Ramble video ages ago, and I made a list of stuff that I wanted to talk about, and this happened to be on the list. Kylian Mbappe. First of all, the money in football is crazy. Sometimes I sit and I understand why there are certain people that are like, oh my god, like, these men have all this money and all this money can fix so many problems in the world. Why don't they just give up all of their money and, like, not all of it, but a huge chunk of their money and address problems in the world? I have my feelings on stuff like that. Anyway, but like sometimes when I hear people say this, I'm like, you know what, I kind of get it. But then I think a bit deeper. I'm like, no, I don't get it. Actually, there's reasons why that wouldn't work. But anyway, 776 million was it euros in 1 year, 1 season. Yo, bro, he obviously, spoilers, he rejected the offer. But if he accepted the offer for 1 season, he would have been a billionaire. I'm pretty certain he already has like about 200 million sitting in his bank. He would have been a billionaire after 1 season. That kind of money is like, I don't even know what I do. At a certain point, when you become rich, but you're an athlete, but you're so rich, are you even still an athlete? It's the same thing that happened with Conor McGregor. Floyd Mayweather, he's an exception. Yo, bro, Conor McGregor got rich and, bro, he's never been the same after that Floyd fight. not the same, but goddamn 700 million. Imagine how much Mbappe is worth to that team if they're offering 700 million in a year. Imagine how much money he would bring in. It must be over 2 billion, right? Because the company would never pay you 50% of the share. They'll only drop you like 10%, 15%, at max 20% maximum, 80-20 max. So they must be making serious guap. And as earlier I talked about record labels, that's exactly how record labels operate. They don't give you the largest chunk of the money, but they make millions off people. But speaking about athletes and money, Jaylen Brown, he just signed the most lucrative and expensive NBA contract in NBA history. And man, what Jaylen Brown was talking about, I think it was some, I don't think it was a post game because it's off season, right? I guess it was a media scrum, like during the workout, I don't know. But he was talking about how he's going to use the money. Yo, there's just something about people that are conscious about issues, right? And how when they're put in a position of, not authority, but they're put in a position to make a difference, to make a change, and the people actually do. You know, Jaylen Brown didn't have to say what he said. The reason being is when you say it publicly, you make yourself accountable, because now everyone's heard you say it. They're gonna hold you accountable to it. You see what I'm saying? He could have just said, yo, like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, but he didn't make it public, he didn't say it, and then maybe he doesn't feel like it and he doesn't do it. But when you make something public, there's something about it. Very similar to what LeBron James did with that school, what's it called, the I Promise school, right? Mine, fam, news literally broke the other day. I think it was Shade Room that posted it, but LeBron James's school, the I Promise, whatever it's called. What? Fam. Oh, I'm not even gonna be able to find it. LeBron James's school, people in the 8th grade have failed. What was the story, bro? They failed 8th grade maths, right? For the past 3 years. 3 consecutive years. I think all the students failed 8th grade maths. That is so mind-blowing to me, all of them. I'm not saying that they have to pass in flying colours, 100% mark, 95%, 90%. A fail, I think that's what, below 40%, right? A fail F. Fail. Not even a D to pass. Fail. You know, that school is actually a public school. It's a chartered school, right? LeBron James, he only put up like 25% of the money, and then the other 75% came from the government. They own it. LeBron James, it just has his name on it. He doesn't actually have much to say with it. He doesn't have a majority stake. He has 25, a quarter of the money, that's it. 3/4 of the money is not his. I guess the core of the money was a little startup and a way to say, this is my thing. I'm going to put my name here. So I'm not going to look at it and say, oh man, this is like Fugazi, LeBron James. It's like, nah. But it's like, once that news breaks, I feel like something has to be done about that, right? That's unacceptable. If I was LeBron, that's how I'd be looking at it. That's crazy. Speaking of LeBron, this wasn't even on my list. The other day, a healthy 19-year-old Bronny had a heart attack, cardiac arrest in the middle of a workout training. When that news broke, yeah, and hold tight Bronny, because he's doing better now, so salute to Bronny, innit? But when that news broke, yeah, I was like, oh my god, Bronny is not even my son. Yet, when that news broke, as soon as I read it, there was like this feeling in my stomach. It was like I was gonna be sick. That news, Bronny is so fortunate to be alive, because that news could have broken in such a different way. That news could have breaking. Bronny James passes away at 19 years old. Do you know how insane that would have been if that happened? Thankfully, like, the paramedics and the people at the facility, you know, they reacted quickly and effectively, and it was really good and everything was great. and then he went to ICU and he was in stable condition and they let him go. But holy shit, bro, life is so the way life deals with us. Yeah, it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care if you're broke, it doesn't care if you're middle class, it doesn't care if you're the richest man. Hold tight, Jamie Foxx. That Jamie Foxx news damn near broke me. I promise you, like, the Jamie Foxx news, because like there was like conflicting stories that kept breaking off. His family's preparing for the worst because his health keeps deteriorating. I was like, oh my god, bro. Like, life is so crazy and unpredictable. Like, it's not the amount of money you have. Your wealth, your biggest asset in life is your health. They say health is wealth, and it's a fact. When you see instances like this, hold tight, Jamie Foxx, hold tight, Bronny, you really deep it. Like, health is wealth. You can be a billionaire's son, and oh man, it's crazy. You have a hold tight there, man, innit? I'm so glad that they pulled through. Jamie Foxx, oh my god, when his daughter came out and said, yo, like, yeah, these men are lying, my dad's been out of hospital for 2 weeks. Oh my days. The last thing I wanted to just bring up was that Barbie and Oppenheimer dropped. Haven't seen neither. I want to see both. I think those movies dropped 1 week ago. Barbie is already at 800 over, at the time of this recording, over 800 million dollars worldwide. In under 2 weeks, it's going to be $1 billion movie. That is absolutely amazing, bro. I really want to see it. Apparently, I don't know, don't post any spoilers in the comments, but apparently, like, the ending wasn't good. I just want to see it. I think this is one of them moments in history that I have to experience for myself. Do you know what I mean? And Oppenheimer, it's crazy. It's so weird that the other day, let's say a month ago, I was thinking to myself, like, I can't wait for the next Christopher Nolan movie to drop, because Christopher Nolan, the way he operates as a director, he drops a movie once every 2-3 years, right? 3 years probably. And the last one he dropped was Tenet. And anyone who's been on this channel for a long time, if you've seen my first 15 videos, you know how I feel about Tenet. Tenet is Tenet is a 10 out of 10 movie to me. I think the fact that to this day, I don't fully understand Tenet is what makes it good. They say the fun is in not knowing. That's exactly what it is with Tenet for me. Tenet is so good. The concepts, I get Tenet, obviously, I'm exaggerating, but the concepts in Tenet, bro, and the execution, anyone can have a really good idea, but to execute it is the difficult part, and Nolan executed that movie like. So I'm really so what I'm saying is, a month ago I was thinking to myself, damn, I can't wait for the next Nolan movie. And a month ago I had been hearing about Barbie and Oppenheimer, right? But I didn't have any idea that Nolan directed it, and this was the Nolan movie that was dropping 3 years later, 3 years removed from Tenet. Like, this was the next Nolan movie. I didn't clock it. And I remember, like, I was driving past the bus, and in the bus I was looking at it and I was like, oh my god, Christopher Nolan, like, he directed this shit. Anyway, so I can't wait to watch it. I think the concept of the movie is going to be fascinating, and especially the fact that Nolan directed it is going to be quality. You know that for a fact. Apparently Flash was arse, and that is such a shame because I was super excited about Flash. Marvel continue to make trash. That's great, because I'm not invested in Marvel no more. I don't think a lot of people are. I think Disney's been losing billions. I'm excited about DC though, because I feel like DC, they have the ability to retcon and start again and start better, learning from mistakes of Marvel, learning from their own mistakes, and just create something great. DC have the better heroes. In the comics, they've always have the better heroes. Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, the trilogy right there, in and of itself. They call it the Trinity. They have the Trinity, right? They have the better characters. Flash. the better villains. It's not a debate, but they just have to get the cinematic universe right, and everything should be good. But yeah, Flash sucked. I haven't seen Flash, and the reason I haven't seen it is because of the negative reviews. So I'm probably gonna catch it as soon as it drops online. I'm gonna catch it. You know me, like I'm a finesse. I finesse. I'm not paying for something that's asked, but I will watch it. Do you see what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's tough. But anyway, guys, like, I hope you have a good night. I think I've pretty much covered everything that I wanted to talk about here. And if I missed anything, then, you know, in the next 8 months, you guys will get another Ramble video. And you guys will be able to hear my opinions on things that happened 6 months ago. But anyway, take care.